3 o'clock. It is a very unsettling energy. It does not feel good at all. I'm not sure if you're feeling it, but if I'm feeling it, I know that there's someone else out there that is feeling this heavy energy that's in the air, and it feels like a very unsettling, a very uncomfortable energy. It feels as if there is something going on behind the scenes that is not very nice at all, that is rather uncanny. It's rather dark. There's something dark going on behind the scenes right now. The energy in the ether is a very, very heavy energy. It's I cannot. It makes me feel like the energy out there makes me want to say this right here, that I can't believe that they're doing this. Whatever it is they're doing behind the scenes, it's the energy is making me feel like that in my spirit. I cannot believe that they're doing this behind the scenes. This energy, whatever they're doing, it's creating that feeling within me, and I don't know if you're feeling it too, but it's a very dark thing that they're doing behind the scenes. I can't shake it. You cannot shake it. You're being attacked as well. There is no, They have just now put something in motion. Something else has been put in motion that isn't good. That is what I'm feeling. And it's that creepy, it's that creepy energy again. Shalom, kings and queens. It's the creepy energy again. It's like you ever hear the phrase, it's reared its ugly head again. It's rearing its ugly head, but it has more than one head this time. It's got two heads. It's like it could even grow more heads if it wanted to grow, this energy. You ever hear like this, but that devil, that Satan has reared his ugly head. Well, it looks like there's two heads that have reared now. Two devilish heads have been reared with very dark energy coming out of them. They're out of their mouths, out of their aura is very sinister. Sinister like energy, evil energy out there. It's very heavy, and I cannot believe they're doing what they're doing behind the scenes. And I don't want to look at it, but I can feel it, and it's causing me to feel, I can't believe you're doing what you're doing. But to them, they don't care. They don't care at all. Good evening in South Africa, Nina. How you doing? Yeah. What should you do to protect us from this energy? You better, I don't like to say better. There's all kinds of advice out there. You want to try to get, oh God. I'm at a loss of words. That's how the energy feels. I'm literally it's a draining energy too. It's so heavy that it's draining. It's so heavy. It's sinister, and it's literally that kind of energy. Pray, meditate, lay down, close your eyes, just sit there. Try not to focus. I can't even get myself motivated. That's how bad this energy is. It's like it's taking away the motivation. Also, you may be feeling that too. I'm just trying to sense it. I don't like sensing it. I don't like it. It makes me want to close my eyes of what they're doing, because I don't want to see it. Don't want to see it. But when it comes out, you're not going to be able to help. You're going to be seeing it. You're not going to be able to close your eyes. You cannot. You just face it right now. You can't close your spiritual eyes to what's happening. It's not happening. Once your spiritual eyes are open, once you can sense what's going on, once you can see what's going on, you can't close your eyes and not see it no more, or not feel it no more, not sense it no more. You've been feeling the negativity all day long. Yeah. Sending love and light. I think the whole world needs love and light. Needs a lot of love. It needs a lot of light to shatter the darkness is inside of it and that's on top of it. That is just literally, it's like it's encircling. Encircling. It's like trying to surround us is what it is. The energy is trying to surround us. Back us up in a corner where we're at or something. It's a penetrating energy. It can penetrate through the walls. And I can't help but feel that it's coming through the waves, the frequencies. It's big time through the frequencies it's coming. Sit right here for a second, you all. Can you sit right there? Let me try to put you up here for 1 minute for a second. Hold on. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, it's this frequency that's out there, it's penetrating. And it's unsettling. I cannot, it is very, very, very unsettling. If your nerves, if you feel on edge and you feel like your nerves are rattled, it's coming from this energy. It's like instead of one rearing its head, it's two rearing its head now. So it's like a two-headed serpent. Two-headed serpent. Walk in the bare feet. Well, I'm in my bare feet. I've been out in the garden. I went out in the garden earlier. That was fine. It drained my energy until I came back in the house and had some errands to run. But then it's like it's right around 3 o'clock or so. There comes that energy in, and it's hard to shake it. But it's really heavy. Things literally are heating up in the world. It makes me not even want to get behind an electronic device. It really does. Makes me not want to get behind my computer right there. I don't want to get in behind it and turn it on because feels like the energy travels through the transmission lines through fiber optic and all of that kind of stuff. It's light energy is going through the fiber optic. It's just light glass with light in it. And I would say the bigger the device, the bigger the portal, the bigger the opening. It's like a portal. The bigger the opening is what it's like. Can you imagine if you have a great big screen TV? If that TV was a massive portal, can you imagine what could come through it? It's like those movies where things reach through the movie, reach through the monitor, the TVs, and they pull you in or they suck you in. You ever see those movies, those depictions of being sucked into the TVs? It's like that's like a portal, like that. Is somebody not being nice on here? Yeah, well, that's just too bad for you. You got thrown out of this portal right here because this channel, when you log on and you open up a live stream, it's a portal. It's a portal too, but it's supposed to be a good portal. And we can't have no bad in it. There's enough bad energy in it, but the energy is very extremely heavy that's out there. Hopefully it will dissipate. When you raise awareness, when you become aware of something and call it out, it seems to weaken it. It's fine if it's in the darkness. See, it can spread more, but once you speak about it and you speak about it and it's coming into the light, it can't spread like it was spreading. It can't, because it can't stand the light. It cannot stand the light. It can't stand the light of love. It can't stand the light of God's love. It can't stand the spiritual realm. There's two realms. There's the realm that they're in, and then there's the realm that we're in, but we're protected. But their realm, they would love to pull us into their realm. That's where they get us, when their energy reaches into our realm in which we're living, and it pulls some of our energy in it. It's stealing our energy. It's stealing our essence. It's it's heavy. It's a heavy pull, is what it is. It's going to have to envision just cutting that cord. Do some cord cutting. Whenever you feel that energy, just imagine doing some cord cutting. I feel really a little bit kind of unsettled even doing this live stream with this energy. I do. I feel like I'm being watched by this energy right now. I can see it in the spiritual realm watching, and it doesn't like it. It's a little unsettling, but I'm still doing this. It doesn't want me to come on here either. Well, it doesn't want a lot of people to wake up. It doesn't want a lot of people speaking about it, because if you speak about it, it loses some of its power. It's like when you have to hide something, when something has to be hidden because it's done in the darkness. The more you try to hide it and the more people find out, it literally gets pulled into the light. You can't hide it. What is hidden will be made known. So you got this energy that is hidden out there. It truly is, but a lot of people are waking up because they're feeling it. It's coming from somewhere in the ether. It's coming from somewhere up there, out there, all around us. It's interdimensional. It's spiritual. Interdimensional is spiritual. Yeah. Are you feeling the extremely heavy, yeah, some people don't have a like button. Y'all hit that like button. If you're feeling the extremely heavy energy that's out there, because it is extremely heavy, it's like a pull on your energies to take away your life's essence and suck out your motivation and everything, to just make you feel like you can't do you can't do anything. You're not motivated. You're at a standstill. It's like trying to just mobilize you, make you to where you cannot move, make you to where you cannot do nothing. You have to fight. You have to fight back against it. You have to push back against it, because you cannot live your life sitting there and with a, I can't do nothing. I don't have the energy. I don't have the motivation. You cannot. That's not living. You cannot do that. You can't have an idle mind either. They would love for us to just sit there and focus on it all the time and feel it, because then we're in its presence. When you sit there and focus and focus and focus, it's got your attention. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to. I will literally preoccupy myself where it don't get my attention. That's what you're going to have to do. Preoccupy yourself. Find something to do. That way you don't focus on it, because it will lose some of its power over you. And you won't be able to feel it as strong. If you focus on doing something else, it's not going to have as much attention, which is as much energy as it does, as much of a pull, as much of a stronghold in the spiritual realm that it does if you find something else to do instead of focusing on it. It's like this. It's like when you get around a person, just think of this energy out there. When you get around something that a person comes around and you don't like that person, and you thinking, I cannot stand to be in the same room with this person, or I cannot, or you're in the store, I am not going to be around this, or the workplace. You physically will remove yourself if you can and get away from it, and you will not go near it, because you know what it does. It drains your energy. That's the same thing that's out here. You get yourself away from it, or if you see it coming, or if you feel it coming, you will make sure that you're doing something to where you will ignore that energy, and that energy is not going to get your attention. Sometimes it's like you can liken it to people, and I don't think it's not nice at times, but sometimes you have to ignore people, because they will literally drain your energy. It's not that you want to, but if you already got hardly any energy left in you, you've got to just, I'm sorry, you're just going to have to take a break because they can work through other people too. Ignore it. Ignore it. It wants our attention. It wants us to focus on it. It wants to make its presence known. Okay, your presence is known. Now be on with you in the name of Jesus. It's because be gone. Be gone in the name of Jesus. Okay, I know you're here, but I'm not going to give you that type of power over my body, my mind, my spirit, my soul, my heart. I'm not going to give you that type of control and that type of power to control what I do on a daily basis. That you just got to think of it like that. You're not going to have that authority over me because they're not going to give it to you. Because then I'll be like under your control. You'd be like under a spell or something. You just, this stuff is real. It's very, very real. Hello. Yeah. If you're just tuning in, welcome. There's an extremely heavy energy out here, and it doesn't feel as heavy. It does feel as if it has lightened, and if you were feeling it, if you were could feel it around, you may, I hope that it doesn't feel as heavy as it was feeling. It would love to exist and just hover over us. It's like a cloud blocking out the sunlight. But once that cloud goes away, then you can have the sunlight. It's like those people who like to come in and pop your bubble, or those people who like to rain on your parade. They want to rain on our parade. They want to rain on our world in a bad way. They want to block the sunlight from coming into our life. It's an energy out there. And to the person that's watching me right now, you can keep your comments to yourself. I can hear you underneath your breath. You can keep your comments to yourself, and because you're not, no, you're not. Keep them to yourself. No, I'm not going to listen to somebody else's comments inside their head talking about me under their, this may sound very weird. It may sound extremely weird, but people can have like a, you can feel their thoughts. You can read their thoughts. You can hear their thoughts. No, no, I'm not. I'm not. No, don't let other people's thoughts get to you. Do not let their words get to you. Do not, don't let them get to you. Tune them out completely. If they're negative, tune them completely out. They don't belong in your world with their negative thoughts, with their negative words, with their negative behavior. Tune them out. We are in a spiritual warfare right now. We are. And you've got to have that full armor of God on. You've got to guard the whole entire space around you. You've got to be on your guard. You've got to be on your guard because a lot of people are getting attacked on a daily basis. You can even, and it's like, it's through the mind. And some people are getting verbally attacked by people out of nowhere. They're getting attacked. People are starting arguments with people. And whatever Mercury retrograde just came back in. When did it come back? Did it come back in on the 25th, the Mercury retrograde? Because that's not good either. On top of all of this, if you're always just tuning in, hello. That's why you're so lonely. You don't trust nobody. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to trust people nowadays. You got wolves in sheep's clothing out there. But, who knows? You got to be, you be very careful. You got to be very discerning. You can do it. You can do it. You don't have to totally isolate yourself. You don't. You can keep going. The processed foods have got to go. Yeah, keep your frequencies up. Everything helps. Yeah, don't dwell on no negative stuff. Do not do it. If you're sitting here dwelling on something in the past that's negative, get it out of your mind, because somebody's on here dwelling on the past and it's very negative. That's not going to do you no good going forward. It's not going to do you no good. You need to put it behind you and quit dwelling on it. Dwelling on it is not going to heal you. It's going to make you a whole lot worse. It's going to make the wounds that you already have, emotional wounds, when you're dwelling on the past, they're going to make those emotional wounds hurt even more. And it's going to be harder for you to heal when you're dwelling on the past. Even though it's Mercury retrograde, do not dwell on it, because it's going to be harder to move beyond it. You can come face to face with it, but once you do, let it go and keep going forward. Leave it behind you. Leave it behind you, whoever that's for. Quit dwelling on it. It's not doing you any good. It's making you upset. It is. Especially if it's a negative, and it is negative. It's making you very upset thinking about it. Let it go. Let it go before it destroys you on the inside. Whoever's watching this, you've got to let go of whatever it is that you've been dwelling on right now. Today and yesterday, probably for a few days, you've been dwelling on it, and it's been eating at you. It's been making you literally sick to your stomach. You can't do nothing about it. Let it go and quit dwelling on it and move on. Move on. Move beyond it. Do not let the past take any more of your present from you. Don't do it. Don't let it suck any more of your life's essence out of you. You wasted too much time worrying over things you have no control over. What you do have control over is what you dwell on. And you probably should dwell on something more pleasant, some better memories instead of the bad memories. Dwell on the better memories for whoever that is. You got better memories of whoever it is. Dwell on the better memories. Don't dwell on the bad memories. And sometimes somebody's on here, they're dwelling on something they think is one way, but in reality, it's the total opposite, and they're not aware of it. They've got their own perception of something that has happened, and it's making them very upset. And instead of going to the person, whoever this is for, instead of going to the person and finding out if this is true, whatever it is that you've heard about whoever it is, go to that person and just ask them. Just ask them. Tell them you heard something and it's really been eating at you, and you find it hard to believe, but it's still eating at you. Just ask them, say, is it true? And they're liable to say, 9 times out of 10, they're going to tell you, no, it did not. That is not how that happened. And that is not what was said. That is not what happened. And that you're going to have to clear the air. Somebody has to clear the air on something. Whatever it is, you better clear the air. Clear the air and clear your conscience. Clear your energy field when you clear the air. Go to the source of whatever it is, whatever's been eating at you. Go to the source. Clean it up. Clean the air. Clean it up. So you can just be able to get on with your life. Some people are stuck. Some people are stuck. You're stuck. It's like being stuck in quicksand. You can't go nowhere. You've got to break free. You've got to break free of the past. Okay, how do I get on this? You got to break free of your past. Don't let your past hold you in chains, tie you down to where you can't move forward. You've got to let go. We're in very dangerous territory right now. And you being stuck where you're at, you're stuck. You're not going to be able to go anywhere. You're not going to be able to move. You're not going to be able to go forward. You're not going to be able to prepare, because it literally has gotten a hold of your mind. Whoever this is, your mind has been under attack. You've got to break free. You've got to break free of the negative thoughts. You've wasted too much time. You have. I don't like to do this video. You've wasted too much time. We have hardly any time at all left to prepare. Any time at all to prepare. And dwelling on the negative of what things that happened or what didn't happen, and not doing something right now to physically and spiritually prepare yourself for what we're about to face. You've got to let it go. It's literally going to hinder you. It's going to keep you from being ready to face whatever's coming your way, because something's coming and it's massive. It is massive. People have been having dreams, and they're not good dreams at all, of what is coming. A lot of people have had dreams like that, and they're not good. You got to prepare. This energy out here, it attacks your mind. It steals your time, steals your energy. It weakens you. It's weakening people to where you can't prepare to even put up a fight. Don't let it. It's weakening a lot of us. Don't let this energy out there. It's attacking every single aspect of us. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, your life and everything. It's literally attacking us to weaken us for the takeover. The takeover. Something's going to take over. And if you're too weak to stand, you're not going to be able to resist the takeover. Whatever the takeover is going to be. That's what popped in my mind, the takeover. Don't let it take over you, because it'll finish you off. It will finish you off. You got to be in the right mindset. And the political landscape that's out there is all over the world. It's not good for people. Whatever's going on politically, geopolitically, all around the world, that energy is literally spilling over all over the world. Just think of it like muddy waters. There's like muddy waters spilling all over. It's muddy. You cannot see through the waters. You can't. I'm going to go. The energy out there is extremely heavy. Hello, Polly, honey. It's extremely heavy, and you may have no motivation to do anything. It's the energy out there. It's interfering with our frequencies. It's like a dead, silent, unsettling energy. It's like it's a dead, silent. It's like the walking dead, but it's a living dead. It's a living dead energy out there. If that makes sense, a living dead, like a zombie-like, but it's a living, no, it's a living dead energy, living dead dark energy out there. I'm going to go, and with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Thank you, moderators. Thank you all for your comments. Please hit that subscribe button if you can see that button. Give that button a thumbs up. No, a thumbs up. Oops. And thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. And hang in there. It's like this. Resist the devil and he will flee. He will. But you got to mean it. Resist it. Resist that devilish energy out there. That bad frequency. And it will go away. It will go away. But the more you feed it, the more it's going to want to stay. The more you focus on it, the more the closer it's going to get to you. Just like God, the more you focus on God, the closer God's going to get to you. The more you focus on that negativeness out there, that devil energy out there, the closer it's going to get to you. You're going to strengthen that bond. Is that what you want to do? You want to strengthen the bond with the negative energy out there? You're doing it when you're focusing on it. You leave the past in the past. If it's negative, leave it there because you're strengthening the bond the more you dwell on it. Think of something good to dwell on and strengthen that. Strengthen that rather than strengthening the negative, the bad in your life, because you're strengthening that bond when you focus on it. I'm going to go. You all have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Love you. And thank you, moderators.